All right, welcome everybody to Adventuring Day. I believe this is episode 17, I think. We're doing Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition, kind of doing homebrew at the moment, since the party got an airship and is kind of going all around the world right now. Before we get started with today's session, let's go ahead and introduce everybody and their characters, starting with Garen.
Hey guys, Slantis. I'm currently piloting Aaron Scully, Dwarf Cleric. His current short-term goals is to find the Chartolin and patch up the issues between Mirabar and Mithril Hall. Garen will also do anything he can to protect his comrades, even at the cost of his own life, which is the highest honor for what he wants to eventually become, which is cool. And now with the fires of Gorm glowing faintly in his eyes and the feeling of his god closer than ever before, Garen searches for a way to fully realize the revival of Gorm. If there is a coming apocalypse, Garen believes that only through Gorm's hands of protection can the lives of Faerun be saved. His original goal was to become a Barakor for Agrathan battle. But if there's a chance, he'd much rather devote his life in the protection of his god in hopes of preventing his fall a second time.
All right. Thunk.
Hello, I'm Chris. I'll be playing Thunk, a half-orc fighter that is blue because of a curse or wild magic from one of our wonderful
but
donations.
Is it really a curse?
We don't know.
Yes,
Nobody's cast Remove Curse on him, so who knows?
Yes, it just seems to have become the norm that I'm just a blue half-orc. Anyways, half-orc fighter. After the trials, after navigating and partying and fighting alongside his fellow members through the mines of Phandelver, he has seen fit to tag along with them further, realizing that he has finally found a means to find his inner peace through becoming a paladin. And in his book, there is a holy pilgrimage site that he hopes to visit to fully realize this path. He will not fail his friends, and he will not let his friends fail.
And you're gonna need some good luck for this for that mission, apparently.
Yes, he has devoted himself to Tamora, the goddess of luck, and Tamora has smiled upon him in this current battle by sending him Bubblegum, a unicorn that has previously helped him out before.
Yes, the goddess of well-timed donations from viewers. All right, Thoros.
Thoros is the party's human swashbuckling bard, a man of the sea that originally came to shore to find fame and fortune through the art of adventuring. And now that he's found fame and semi-fortune, he's found his next love, a ship that rides through the air to call his own. Now he just sails wherever he needs to with the rest of his party, hopefully to find out what this forthcoming apocalypse is.
Yeah, there's an apocalypse approaching. How could we have missed that? And we also have Malik, who I believe has stepped away for a moment, who I believe is a human or a half-elf. Half-elf. I always get this stuff mixed up because he's played other characters in my other games. Half-elf storm sorcerer, as I recall, with a draconic bloodline, who is on a quest to avert the apocalypse and hopefully save the life of his mother, who is, I want to say, in Waterdeep, living in a hovel after his father left some years prior. Also, I am Tutmos, and I am playing the Wu Turd, DMPC goblin monk that the party rescued from a band of bandits, like way back in the first or second session, something like that. All right. Now, who'd like to do a recap of last session? Anyone looking at the battlefield can see it's a doozy.
Yeah. Possible final captain's log. After running aground, we found that our airship had run out of power. We had to tether off into a dark forest. After venturing out trying to find where the source of this power siphoning magics was, we ran across a nest of spiders along with dreaded glowing orbs known as will-o-wisps. Unfortunately, I felt the last bit of life escape me after being paralyzed by a spider. Was later told that the wisp had stole what little life I had left. Luckily, Garen had his healing magics ready for just such the occasion. Yet while I was leaving my body, I felt a strange pull, something that I will always remember being one of the scariest things I had ever encountered. After finding these ruins, we had found that there was a bit of a little puzzle to bring down a set of prismatic walls. Then we found out that this wasn't a puzzle at all towards treasure, but it was a prison for a lich named Palter. That since we have been dealing with his undead hordes, falling, reviving, continuing the fight, and now it's looking quite lopsided in our side, I guess. Hopefully, with the aid of Bubblegum, as she's been named, might be able to survive this.
All right. Excellent. All right. Let's see here. So I have the turn order up if everyone is able to see that, just so we can refresh our memories about who is doing what. When we ended last session, we ended on Funk's turn, and let's see here. We got a Rita from Anonymous.
Already?
Yeah. Screw Delich, heal everyone twice.
Nice.
So
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so everybody, you get 2d4 plus 8 healing. You may all roll that out. And actually, no matter what Wu gets, this will take him back up to max health. Because thanks to some wild magic from last session, we got Wu with resistance to all damage, and he heals for 5 hit points at the start of each of his turn. So
Those are some wild magics any one of us wouldn't mind having instead.
yes, but Wu seems to be the favorite in combat for some reason.
Thanks, Anon. I needed it.
Nice. Max heals for almost max heal for Thoros. Excellent.
Aaron got a 13 too.
Yeah. Excellent. Let's see here. Alrighty.
I went ahead and put mine in so don't double up me.
Yeah, I'll put mine in too.
Cool.
Yeah.
Alright. Excellent. And then Malik, if you're here, you need to roll your healing, assuming you're still alive. I think you are.
Yeah, I am. What is it?
2d4 plus 8.
I'm trying to figure out what spells I've cast because it still haven't fixed it.
It'd be great when Roll20 fixes their webcam bug, so I don't have to position my head in the one tiny little rectangle.
It's funny because on my end, at least, it looks perfectly fine.
Yeah, it's a bug they actually fixed on the development server, but I'm using the live server for this game, so what are you gonna do? They've had it fixed for 6 or 7 months now, I want to say, but they haven't pushed it to production. Anywho, once everyone's got their healing in, Thunk, it is your turn.
Woo! Quick question. Do I need to re-roll radiant damage, or because or do you want? That's what it was last game.
Yeah, you may as well re-roll it since it's a new session. I don't remember what the number was from last time.
Was it 12?
Okay.
Oh,
Nice. Much better roll.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, came up on the lich, feeling reinvigorated and my health slightly returning to me. Take a deep breath as I look up at this lich, as I bring Shatter Skull right across it.
All right. Yes, that does hit.
Sweet. Then I bring it back the other way.
That I believe.
Also, are liches immune to prone?
Let's see here. Technically, no. He is not immune to prone, interestingly
That
enough.
first hit knocked him prone.
Okay, then let's see. Yes, so you have that ability where if both of the die rolls for an attack would have hit, then it knocks the opponent prone automatically. Great.
Right there.
Excellent. Da-da.
Yes, I updated my character sheet to be completely compatible.
Nice. Yes, that ability only triggers if you have advantage on the attack.
That's where True Strike would have came in.
Yes. So since you don't have advantage, that doesn't proc. But
Okay.
excellent. So yes, the first attack, the Lich will take that, and Shatter Skull is a magical weapon, so that's fine. Second attack, the Lich is going to raise up his magical shield, increasing his AC significantly, blocking Shatter Skull's second blow. All right.
That has to be my turn because last session I spent all my fighter abilities.
All right. Excellent. Now, let's take a look at what we got here, shall we?
Oh, does it still need to make a concentration check to keep the tentacles up?
It does not. I actually missed a section in his character sheet which says that as long as he's concentrating on a conjuration spell, it is impossible for his concentration to be broken by taking damage.
Okay.
This was not actually a standard Lich, so... Alright, and at the end of your turn, Thunk, Alter, the Lich, is going to reach out with his bony little finger and touch your forehead. 27 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
All right, make a Constitution saving throw. All right, you have failed, and you are now paralyzed for 1 minute. Paralyzation, for anyone who doesn't know, incapacitates you. You automatically fail dexterity and strength saving throws. All hostiles have advantage, and all damage from within 5 feet is automatically a critical hit.
But my protection from good and evil would have protected me from that.
Let's see.
I still have that up.
Let's see what protection from good and evil does for you.
It would have given him disadvantage on the hit, I believe.
I believe, yes. So let's see. Protection from evil and good. Disadvantage on attack rolls. Target can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed, although paralyzation does not count as a charm. But he would have had disadvantage, so would he have hit otherwise? His other roll was an 18.
That would have missed.
So that would have missed. Yes.
Hey,
So
not
yes,
paralyzed.
you are not paralyzed.
Yes, as he tried to go for my forehead, I just threw my head to the side.
Excellent. All right. Now, let us see here. Orange group of skeletons, which I want to say all of those skeletons are still dead. So let's go ahead and remove that. But we do have a Minotaur skeleton, which has risen and is now going to move forward towards Garen. And we shall see here. It is going to strike you, Garen, with its great axe. 19 to hit.
Does not succeed.
All right. Now we have Wisdom saving throw for this skeleton. That is a failure, so it takes 18 radiant damage, and it explodes. All right, now the rest of Purple Group. That is a success, and then that is a failure. This skeleton explodes, and then that skeleton also explodes from Thunk's Spirit Guardians. All right. One skeleton survived. Barely. And is going to move around here and strike at you, Thunk.
Oh no.
Disadvantage. 10 to hit.
Oh,
All right. Excellent. Malik.
Stupid shield. I think I just take the damage because I'm in the tentacles. Because I haven't broken free.
That is true. Let me see what his damage for that is now. Excellent, yes. That would be 17 bludgeoning damage to you, Malik. And if you had not gotten healed from that donation, you would have gone down again. Excellent.
I'm going to cast. I'm going to cast Shatter so that it will only hit the Lich.
All right. Constitution saving throw. Let's take a look here and see what we got. That is a success. So he takes 5 thunder damage. Alright, and you are elemental adept, so he does not get to be resistant to that. Alright, anything else you'd like to do, Malik?
And then I'm going to quicken spell to try and pew him.
$20 does not hit.
Fucker.
Alright, at the end of your turn, he is then going to extend his bony finger and firebolt.
he needs to make a wisdom save first.
He's doing this at the end of Malik's turn before his turn starts.
Oh, okay.
Yes, he extends his bony finger and he fires a firebolt at you, Garen.
Okay.
29 to hit.
No, that doesn't hit.
All
My
right.
AC is 112.
13 fire damage. I believe that takes you down to half of what you had.
Yep.
All right. Now, at the start of the Lich's turn, he is going to use legendary resistance to choose to succeed his saving throw.
So he only takes half damage.
So he takes half damage. Excellent. Right. And then, what is he going to do? Okay. Oh, goodness, spellcasters. Spellcasters. Okay. Right. The Lich is then going to vanish in a puff of smoke and appear right here next to Wu.
No. Oh, damage dealer.
And now, that is the end of the Lich's turn. Bubblegum gets to make her saving throw from the Black Tentacles of Doom, which is which saving throw is that? Dexterity save. All right, Bubblegum. Where's your character sheet? There we go. Bubblegum, dexterity. Oh dear, Bubblegum fails. That
Useless
is,
horse.
that is
You
unfortunate.
watch your tongue.
Oh, yeah, it does fail. Even it has advantage on saving throws, but its other was a 14, so it doesn't. Shit. Okay, so Bubblegum is is now restrained by the tentacles.
So what I see is this horse run deliberately into the tentacles and get stuck.
Yes.
My opinion has not gotten any better.
And it
Well,
takes.
you summoned her. You got to believe in her.
I believe Bubbles is a worthless mule.
And thus, that's why she is failing.
Don't believe it. That is why
Forgive
you
him,
fail.
Tamora. He knows not.
Yes, and Bubblegum takes 14 bludgeoning damage from the nasty old tentacles.
The thing I knoweth not is why an idiot horse would deliberately run and get caught in tentacles.
We will have words later back on the
Oh.
ship.
My goodness. All right. Then Bubblegum is going to stab Malik with her horn, and heal him for 10 points. No, not subtract. There we go. And heal him for 10 points. Excellent. All right, and that is all.
Stupid horse.
That's all Bubblegum can do. As the Lich materializes next to Wu. And what is Wu going to do? Oh no. Wu is going to. Wu is going to whip out his nunchucks and try to flail wildly at the Lich. Which actually worked very well for him. That is 5 damage to the Lich.
Oh boy.
Wu is then going to whip around his nunchaku again. Jesus Christ. The Lich is then going to raise his magical shield, blocking the blow. Wu, however, gets to make another unarmed strike. And with a horrible screech, the Lich disintegrates into ashes.
Yeah, woo!
Oh my gosh.
Of course Wu gets the healing blow.
Killing blow for woo.
He's running away down the corridor. Oh my goodness. And this drops the black tentacles And Karen, it is your turn.
Do
Oh,
something about the skeletons.
yes, I think there's something I can do about the skeletons. Um, reinvigorated, seeing that the lich has fallen. Aaron raises his hand, and a glorious radiant light explodes forth as he casts Dead.
Excellent. Destroy undead. So, this obliterates this little skeleton.
Yep.
And this little skeleton. Yes, your webcam once again has frozen Lantis. Oh my. It always freezes on such a silly pose, too.
Probably such a,
It's still
flattering.
It's still frozen. Like, really?
I'm refreshing.
Oh shit. Yes, and let me see here. Now, the Minotaur actually needs to make a saving throw. What saving throw is this? Wisdom? Yes, wisdom. Alright. Ooh, I get to close the Lich's character sheet. I'm always happy when I can close character sheets. The Minotaur fails. You get to make an opportunity attack as the Minotaur turns to run, Garen.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's got to run. All right, I'll just swing with my mace.
That actually hits, believe it or not.
Really?
Yes.
All right, 8.
8 whole damage. Excellent. Alrighty, and that's destroyed, that's destroyed, that's destroyed. And
It should
this...
reach everything else.
Oh, Jesus.
Because it's 30 feet.
That is going to destroy this skeleton and this skeleton. And that is just barely in range, so it gets to make a wisdom save, and it fails, so the Minotaurs, both of them, are also afeared. Alright, anything else you'd like to do, Lantis? Garen?
I believe that will be in turn.
Excellent. Alright, then this little Minotaur here is going to try running away. As quickly as its bones can take it. Actually, it can't get that far because it was prone and used half its movement to stand, then it takes the dash action. And it flees, or it attempts to flee anyway. Alright, Thoros, you have seen Wu fell the Lich, Garen explode in radiant light, obliterating skeletons.
Alright, I'm going to do an Arcana check to see if I know anything about phylacteries. An 18?
18. You have no doubt heard stories of undead creatures that seal their souls in containers, and that they cannot truly be killed until the object containing their soul is destroyed.
Alright, well then I am going to begin searching around, do an investigation check, trying to find the Lich's phylactery.
Alright. Very nice. Yes, sealed within the remains of the sarcophagus, you can find a small glass vial which seems to have a swirling black liquid inside. There's a number of other things also in the sarcophagus as well, but the black vial, glass vial, is the most phylactery-like thing.
Now
that
we
you can
could
probably
keep
see.
it and have a lich in our pocket.
Alright, I'm going to take
Blackmail.
it and I set it on the edge of the sarcophagus. There's just a thunk, smash.
Oh, okay.
Alright. Thunk.
Yeah, I swing at the. I bring my shatter skull down upon it.
The phylactery completely and utterly repels your blow.
Oh. Hmm.
This isn't
No.
I cast Sacred Flame at it.
You wait your turn, sir.
Oh wait, we're still in turn order. Okay.
Technically, there's still two
Oh yeah,
enemies
there's
alive.
Minotaurs around. Shit.
They're both running away from you.
I ignore turn order.
I look at Thoros and shrug as I look back over at the Minotaur near Garen trying to flee. I run after him
All right.
and take my second attack.
There we
Where's
go.
that?
You obliterate that Minotaur skeleton. Single blow. All right.
That's my turn.
Malik.
I'm going to see if I would know how to destroy this bitch.
With the 13, I assume Malik, being schooled in magics, and especially the Netherese, would be familiar with the concept of a phylactery. With a 13, you would probably have heard stories of liches' phylacteries being crafted in such a way that only a very specific thing is capable of destroying them. It is a further layer of protection for the phylactery.
Maybe your stupid horse can do it.
Or maybe I have an idea.
Okay. Then I will try. I'm not going to try. I'm going to magic missile that Minotaur running away.
Okay.
For 26 total damage.
Indeed, you obliterate the Minotaur. And now we are out of turn order.
Can't run away
Alright.
from me, bitch. Alright, let's look in the sarcophagus and see if there's anything that might be able to assist us in destroying this.
What? Well, what about you said that big spear out front destroys souls. What if we throw this thing at it?
Yeah, as Thunk says that, I grab the phylactery and I run all the way out to go see if that will work, because I am not want to be around when the village shows back.
All right. Excellent.
I'm gonna throw it at the orb.
Yes, the moment the phylactery comes in contact with the orb, it explodes, and you can hear a ghastly scream as the Mythalar itself, along with the phylactery, cracks and shatters.
I give him double birds as he goes away.
Yeah, there you go.
I will walk back confidently to the group and tell them that it is done. He is dead.
Huh.
Forever.
Idea worked. See, throwing things at other things works.
Don't let this get to your head, Thunk. Just don't let this get to your head.
I'm gonna start concentrating on casting prayer healing. Assuming if we're gonna be spending some time in here looting, that I'd have time to get that off.
Sure. If you want to spend 10 minutes to cast it, you may do so.
Yeah, 10 minutes cast it. Here we go.
Search the sarcophagi.
Everybody gets 10.
I am going to search the liches. I'm sure it's a pile of dust now, right?
Yes, it is just a pile of dust.
Was it
And-
wearing like any like things? Is there anything solid that I can make like a trophy out of?
Probably like a finger bone.
Gross.
And yes, removing your spirit guardian's thunk.
Yes. I guess I'll take the finger bone and pull out a piece of string, make a little necklace, and give it to Woo. Here you go.
Woo hasn't stopped running. He's
I will give it to
Might
Woo
catch
next
him.
we see him. I will give him his trophy.
Excellent.
That's if he makes it back. He was running when I went to go destroy the flag tree.
He's probably on the ship somewhere.
And with his movement speed as a monk, he could run all the way back to Mirabar before you get back to the ship. Oh, excellent. Yes, and Bubblegum will use its last healing capability to stab Thunk in the heart, healing him for...
As she stabs me, I will pet her and be like, "Thank you, Bubblegum," and tell Tamora, send Tamora my thanks.
And I will roll my eyes very obviously and very, very sarcastically.
And then Bubblegum pops out of existence. All right.
Till next we meet, Bubblegum.
Hopefully, it's never again.
You shut your little mouth.
The horse stabbed me twice.
She healed you.
It still hurts.
Actually, does it?
I assume
It hurts
it's
for a
Does
second.
it's painful and
penetration hurt?
well, it's like being poked with a needle for getting an inoculation. It's like it pinches really badly.
Malik's just a wuss.
I mean, considering Thoros died like 3 times
You're all wusses.
just today.
One of those actually being legitimate
One
death.
of them actually dying, yes. Yes, very nice. Well, at this point, Garen, you've been praying and healed everyone for 10 points of healing. Except for Wu, because he's run off
Yeah, he's not in range.
on the range.
And he's also probably at full health at this point because he gains
He-
fucking 5 hit points.
Yeah, he
6
took.
seconds.
Yeah, he took like no damage also in that combat. All
I
right,
dive into the sarcophagus.
excellent. So let
Scrooge
me take a look here. Within the sarcophagus, you see a number of things which are indeterminate until some rolls take place. So if you would like to keep your 18, you may, or if you would like to re-roll.
I'll keep the 8. That was good.
All right, excellent. The first thing you see is a thick, black leather-bound tome. It has mystical-looking runes on the surface. And then you can also give me a... Yes. You may also give me a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1d5.
3.
1, 2, 3. Let us see. You find... What is that? Wow, this generated really freaking long. Huh. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. All right, let me take a look over here on this other chart and see what we got. That and oh boy, okay, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Roll for me another d5.
4.
Interesting. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Da, 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 da. Huh. Neat. All right, you find a magical-looking rapier that has a spider stamped onto the what the hell do they call it? Yeah, it's the crossguard, but they don't call it a crossguard on a rapier. It's called something else, right?
Basket.
Yes, on the basket. And it definitely appears magical. Anybody else going to be digging into the sarcophagus or any other sarcophagus?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Phew,
search
boy.
the
Yeah, I'll
rest
dig
of the
in.
place.
Poor Thunk.
I'll dig into sarcophagus.
Hold
but I
on,
don't
hold on.
find anything.
There you go.
Nice. All right,
Yay.
Thunk, give me a D5. Excellent. That is 1, 2. Yeah, it's funny. You find a brooch made out of adamantine that is cast into the shape of a white. And it appears to have magical properties.
I am always finding jewelry.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
And I always find weapons.
I know. It's like if I actually wore all the jewelry that I have found, I would be looking like Liberace or Mr. T.
Your magical
Do any of the
thong.
other sarcophagi look interesting?
Or if you wear all of it, you'd be Liberace tea. Damn, that felt flat. That was terrible.
It was a good attempt.
Roll to
Good
one.
attempt.
Roll to one.
Yeah, that was bad. My bad, guys.
Oh my goodness.
I pity the fool who makes fun of bubblegum. Pity the fool.
Da, 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 da. Excellent. All right. Save that. Sorry, I'm still working on Thoros's thing that he found.
Good dude.
Thoros, give me 1d8 plus 1, please. Higher is better. Damn.
Yeah, bitch.
Nice. Very nice. That is the highest possible you could have gotten for that. Ugh, really? You're pasting in a table layout for this? Can you not? Alrighty. Save that. Excellent. And then once you identify that, you'll get this handout. I think. If I can find the handout again. Yes, is anybody else doing any searching?
Yeah, I want to take
Do any of the other sarcophagus look interesting, or is this the only one?
It's the most interesting looking sarcophagus. You can only imagine what the skeletons were interred with on their person, however.
I'm gonna do a search of the rest of the room.
Great. Excellent. Excellente.
30 total.
My goodness. Neat. Yeah, alright. Save. Minimize. Okay, where were we? 27 plus 3. Okay. Excellent, yes. Give me some, give me 3 D100s plus 57.
3D100 plus 57?
For Malik. Nice. Very good. Yes, in one of the sarcophagi you find 308 gold pieces. Now, give me, let's take a look here at this other chart. Where are you? Excellent. Give me 5d20s plus 10. Excellent. Beautiful. Yes, you find 77 platinum pieces in several of the other sarcophagi. And then give me a d5.
Which one's weapon? Is it 3?
Weapon is 3.
I'm
Yes.
calling it. It's gonna be a 3. Oh,
Wild
I'm
card.
actually happy because it's not a weapon.
It could be. It's a wild card, so we shall see.
If it's a weapon, then you are skewing the system against me.
Oh, goodness. Let's take a look here. Oh, wow, that's funny. You find a silver tea steeper.
Okay.
It appears to
What?
a tea steeper. It's like a
Okay, a tea steeper. Okay,
yeah.
I heard something.
And you got
I wasn't
tea.
sure what I
You
heard.
got tea
Well,
out the
all the
ass.
tea you have, this could be good.
Yeah, it
Oh my
has
gosh.
it has an alabaster handle, and engraved within it is the symbol of a moon. It's a symbol of a moon, like a full moon.
Wouldn't that be some shit if it was a tea steeper of never-ending tea?
I
You
would
bought all that
actually,
tea.
I would be slightly upset because I
Mm.
bought all that tea, but at the same time, it's I don't have to ever buy tea ever again.
Oh, and
You
yes,
already don't ever have to buy tea again.
it does appear to
No,
have
that'll be out in about a month.
it does appear to have magical properties.
Its magical properties better be any tea brewed with it. Makes it so that the drinker gets 1d4 healing.
Oh my goodness! All right, and then you got a 30, so give me another d5.
There it is.
Hey,
That's what I was looking for. It's pretty much. I'm just gonna like end up throwing it at Thunk. Like, here's another one. I mean,
It's
I have to figure out
two-hander.
what it does. I have to figure out what it does, but
it's true. Let's take a look here. What we got?
I think it'll be a long time before I replace my staff.
You find a whip with obsidian hooks on the end. It has
Gnarly.
a drawing of a praying mantis carved into the handle.
Neat. That's 1d4 each, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which that is a martial weapon, interestingly enough. But
Yeah,
yes.
it rolls on dex.
Have you tried using a whip before? This shit's hard.
Yeah, that's true.
IRL, no.
It was certainly difficult in Dark Souls too. Pain in the ass. Excellent. Anybody else doing any searching?
I rolled a 15.
15. Then give me a d5.
Sir?
That is a piece of clothing.
Oh boy.
You find a pair of magical glass boots that have engraved upon them the images of swimming koi fish.
Okay. Neat.
Yes, they do appear to be magical.
Wow. I got some glass slippers.
Is there anything else of value that we find in here?
Let's see. Has everybody done a search?
Of the room? I will do.
Everyone, yeah.
All
What,
right.
think so.
woo?
Let's see if Wu found
Wu's
anything on his mad dash
On his way.
out of the room. Ah, oh, that's pretty. Ah,
Ooh, piece of candy.
piece of candy. Uh, Aw, he doesn't get advantage on
Give
investigation.
him advantage.
If he was
That's a
here, I would
shame.
Does
give him
anybody have
advantage.
inspiration?
Wait, no, he'll use his inspiration on that.
Yeah. Go.
All
In
right.
fact,
Excellent.
here. You can have a 23.
Oh, woo. What are you going to find? Shit. Why does it have to be 1d5? I need to come up with a new category. /R, 1d5.
Yeah, no. You gotta type it.
Ugh. It's the worst possibility for woo. Interesting. Interesting. Wu finds a magical shirt made out of spider silk. Neat.
Neat.
Yes. All right. Excellent. And yes, other than that book that Thoros found, that seems to be the extent of the things you find.
Oh, because the whole reason we came here is our ship. That feeling of like something drawing from the ship, is that still feel that, or does it feel like it's gone away?
As a matter of fact, you feel as if the ship's power is leaving you and returning to the ship. Malik.
Sweet.
Leaving me?
Yes.
Feeling your energies.
Good.
I wanna
Alright,
die.
Last items.
Hey, I'm gonna pop out from the sarcophagus as I'm gonna toss the tome to Malik's feet and put the rapier up on the edge there as well. What do you think of this here, Malik? Anything from these?
Do you guys want to check the stuff here, or do you want to head back to the ship and look at stuff?
I don't know. I kind of like being this close to Garen. Feels like he's got a nice little inner glow going on.
Yeah, well,
I
let's hang
will-
out here for a minute.
Point out that in our ship is a bunch of books with magic item identification, so I would get bonuses to my figuring things out.
Do the
Well,
ship.
This was fun, Garen, but maybe we should go back to the ship.
I
Yeah,
could carry
I
Garen.
have trouble getting out of the sarcophagus. My small nature.
I
can
pull.
boost.
I grab him by his breeches and
I laughed.
yank him out.
Nice.
Oh. All right. Well, I will
Strength
pick up the book.
12 strength to help pull Garen out.
You have enough strength to pull him out. He's not that heavy.
How heavy am I? Do I have that listed somewhere?
He is a dwarf. When they
I'm
don't want to move,
190
they don't
pounds.
move.
Oh yeah, that's no problem. I even got Woo a little. I made Woo a little present here.
Yeah. Who knows?
Ugh.
Through the boat.
Sorry, I just got a notification on my phone that Pepsi has sent me a pallet of soda. What? So figure that out later. It's from a logistics company. I think they have the wrong number. All right.
A free soda?
I'm also going to gather some of the Lich's ashes.
All right. Excellent. Roll a. I mean, technically, it should be nature to harvest high quality ashes, even though it's not magical. You can use
How
Arcana.
does the ash have quality?
Well, I mean, I assume that you want ashes from a nice part of the body and not something foul.
Some ash is finer
Oh,
than
no.
others.
Could it be
ashes from the
Arcana,
I, sup-
since it's a magical thing?
I suppose you can use Arcana for that. Yes.
Come on, don't fuck me. 16's okay.
Yes, you managed to 20. Nice. Yes, you made resistance. What?
Yeah, resistance is the other cantrip, which
See-
nobody's been doing like out of battle a saving throw. So I've never been able to use it yet.
Yes, very nice. And you managed to harvest a vial of ashes from the Lich's corpse.
Cool. That would be my trophy. And or maybe I'll find a use for it later. Who
I
knows?
think my trophy is going to be my life.
Wu has retreated to the cabin on the ship, cowering in one of the hammocks.
I walk down to Wu and hand him his trophy.
He's scared of it.
Uh,
I'll walk up and be like, "What are you scared for? You did it. You killed him, buddy."
yes, and
Woo, I would like
the
to
finger
point
will
out-
twitch a little.
Woo, I would like to point out that you've killed a lich and a dragon.
Oh yeah, he killed the green dragon, didn't he?
I think Wu has killed the majority of the enemies so far.
It's either Woo or Thunk.
Wu or Thunk has, single-handedly killed probably the majority of the enemies. Oh my.
Alright, I shall begin the identification process.
Alright.
I hand him my brooch.
I hand him my glass slippers.
Brooch, slippers, rapier, whip, and book. And shirt that Wu found.
Alright.
What to start with? I kind of want to save the book, so I'll start with the brooch.
Alright.
Is it advantage, or do I get a +2 to my checks with the books?
It'll be a +2.
Okay. So 17, 20 total.
Excellent. This brooch, when attuned, gives you +1 to hit Minotaur skeletons.
How useful.
Yes.
Put it in the fuel pile.
Is that all that it does?
No, there are other capabilities. I'm just doing that. In addition, the brooch come on, copy. The brooch also gives you +1 to charisma, +1 AC against fire elementals, and advantage on death saving throws.
Ooh.
I feel like this was partially made for someone in our group that has hit the floor a lot recently.
Yeah, that charisma would help him too.
What are you trying to say?
What's your charisma at? Like, if you had to put a number between 1 through 20.
On a scale of 1 to 20, how charismatic are you, Captain?
About an 18.
Well, me and you are both the same then. So, but I don't.
Yeah, those +1s are hard to say. Like, oh yeah, I'll unattune from this thing for this thing.
I
because
mean, that advantage on death saving throws is nice, but I don't need it.
I mean, I only have 2 things attuned to me right now because I combined a bunch of stuff. But
all right. Anything
I'm
else?
still at my max.
Anything else you'd like to identify?
next, we will do the slippers.
All right.
So
Fine.
27
Okay.
plus whatever guidance is.
All right. Looks like Lantis has stepped away.
I'm here. I'm here. I'm gonna do my job. I'm doing my job.
Come on, you guidance producing machine. So 28.
28. Let's see here. 28. Yes. Neat. So the boots, when attuned, give you vulnerability to force damage.
Off to a great start.
Right? However, before making a stealth check, you roll 1d6 on an even number you have proficiency. The boots have one charge of mirror image replenishing at midnight. Once per short rest, the boots can cast Ray of Sickness. And when you make any attack, you may roll a 1d6 on an even number. You may add 1d6 psychic damage to the damage of the attack. The boots also give you +1 charisma, because they're so darn flashy. Oh, and they grant proficiency with chainmail armor. This is very,
That last bit just seems sort of strange.
yeah. Well, my loot generator can generate some really weird shit. Chainmail is heavy armor, but kind of crappy heavy armor.
What's that AC? 16 or 15?
Chainmail armor is 16.
That's what mine's at right now.
Although
does anybody want to be vulnerable to magic missiles?
No.
No.
Alright, anything else to be identified?
Whip or rapier? Someone pick.
Whip.
Whip it is.
Whippier.
Yeah.
Whippier. Oh.
Ooh. So
It's-
9.
You don't know.
No, wait. Get this to 10.
10.
10. 8. Okay.
It's string.
So this black obsidian whip darkens when near scorpions. So
How does obsidian get darker?
it can't. So it becomes imperceptibly darker when you're scorpion.
Okay.
And you have vulnerability to all damage dealt by half-elves.
Interesting.
And disadvantage on insight checks.
Nope.
I'm going to see if I can throw it into the furnace from here.
Furnace just spits it back out.
No, you eat your vegetables and you will like it. That there's not even a thought. That's even if it's worth like 2 gold, that's just going in.
Yes,
It's going in even if the cost it's worth nothing out of spite.
You have increased your fuel units by 1.
Ah, you stupid weapons. All right, well I can get that off my. Oh, and I have my little tea sip. I forgot.
That is true. Now I need to scroll
Wait.
and find that.
Next,
Come on,
I'm gonna do the rapier next.
Okay, rapier.
Rapier next.
Damn!
Your
See,
rapier
for
does awesome.
useless weapons, I can't do anything else. Something that might be useful to us, yeah, sure, why not? So
Goodness.
29 total.
Your
Excellent.
rapier does awesome shit.
I'm just gonna go ahead. Thoros is probably really gonna like this potentially.
Once a
Either
two,
that
you
or
become,
you have vulnerability to human blood.
You're vulnerable to all damage, but deal double damage to everything.
Oh my lord.
You are the definition of a glass cannon.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Where, so what were we doing? Here, rapier.
We're finding out what the steeper does.
no, this.
No,
the,
it's
rapier.
This was the rapier.
Rapier.
Oh yeah, the rapier.
Steeper. I'm saving the steeper of the book for the last 2 things.
Yeah.
I have a handout for this now. I have to turn off window pop-outs so I can click the show to players button because it doesn't show up when you have the window popped out for some reason. I
Oh,
don't know
got a
why.
lightsaber.
snap.
Lightsaber.
I don't know why.
I I knew that
Congratulations,
Thoros would like
Thoros. You got
this.
your legendary weapon.
Oh man.
This is a +1 rapier, and if you critically strike an enemy that has fewer than 40 hit points, they need to roll a con save. If they fail, they simply die.
Jeez.
And it's a +1.
It's a +1, yes, +1 weapon.
+1 rapier.
Yeah. The attunement is only required for the life-stealing property. The +1 is always present.
Nice. You got your epic
Man,
weapon.
that's good stuff.
You got your legendary weapon there, Thoros.
There was a part of me that wanted to stab. So, but he said the attunement was required for the stealing part.
Yes, that's true. Oh
That
my.
ruins the fun.
Just
Well,
stab.
here's your
Sounds-
super badass rapier.
Captain.
with max charges, no less.
Nice.
Alright.
All right. Woo, did you find anything when you were running away?
Can you recharge a charge?
Potentially. Who knows? Maybe you'll need to find someone who can craft things and deal with magic and stuff.
Hmm.
Wu, yes, if I can find. Yes, as he was running through the temple, just crazily, he got wrapped into spider webs, which somehow wove themselves into a shirt around his body. Then
Makes
he'll
sense.
take it off and hand it to you. Ah!
And the web just happened to be magical as well.
Right. Well, I've been sitting in a Netherese temple for 10,000 years, absorbing power. 14,
16 total.
16, yes, because you get the +2.
Yeah.
Let's.
I don't feel like adding it because I don't have to remove it when we're not in the ship, and I
Right.
might forget.
So let's take a look here. We got. Okay. Interesting. So that's neat. This has 1 charge, replenishing at midnight of major image. The bearer may also change minor aspects of their physical appearance.
Think I could be green again?
And 2 things. We have 1 charge. Replenishing at midnight. When casting a spell with a time of 1 action, it can be changed to 1 bonus action, which is pretty damn common, considering how many mods that can be rolled from my loot generator. And 1 charge, replenishing at midnight. When you cast a spell that requires creatures to make a saving throw, you may reduce the DC by 3 and impose disadvantage.
That
Interesting.
sounds fucking sweet.
That's pretty interesting.
The mallet shirt.
That's not just reducing, but impose disadvantage.
Speaking of
So-
Malik,
so-
how bald is Malik?
How bald is Malik?
Yeah.
My hair was growing
Wow.
back. It's been a little bit, so it's probably just like stubble, but it's growing back.
There's
You got
nothing.
like a buzz cut going on now?
Stump takes off his helmet. There's nothing wrong with being bald. As his head reflects the sun straight into your eyes, Garen.
I'll take off mine and like do like a L'Oreal commercial and just long weaves and beard goes with it.
Quit rubbing it in. I miss my hair, damn it.
Or when I become a paladin, I want to have long locks of flowing golden hair.
And yes, mathematically, advantage and disadvantage is equivalent to plus or minus 5 in 5th edition. So technically, reducing the DC by 3 and imposing disadvantage is a net gain of +2. Mathematically.
Interesting.
Huh.
All right.
Anything?
Next, we'll do my tea steeper.
Tea steeper.
Ah, son of a
No.
bitch.
Just having
No.
awful. You're just having awful luck.
Give him bardic
Ah.
inspiration. Quick.
Yeah, right. I will. I'll inspire him.
No, save. I want you to save it for the book.
Okay.
Unless you can give it to me twice.
Yeah, I can give you a couple.
Okay, then yeah, I'll take it for this. I mostly want it for the book, but I'll take it for this too. What is it? A
Alright.
D6 or 8?
D6.
Nice.
Give you some words of encouragement.
Do that research, Malik. Come on, you could do a good job at researching.
15 total with the
15.
+2.
Right, let's take a look here. Where is the steeper? There's the whip. Silver tea steeper. There we go. Oh, okay. I guess this is, huh. Huh. Okay. It has, apparently, this tea steeper is part of a set of identical tea steepers. And when you drink the tea made from this steeper, you know the location of the other steeper.
Side quest.
Interesting.
Apparently.
Does it do
Let's
anything else?
see here.
Maybe once we bring the two seepers together, it does something awesome.
We don't
Right?
know how many steepers are in the set. Could be like 5.
Who knows? Maybe it's a set of like 20 magical tea steepers. Yes, let's see here.
You just drink tea and then you have like just 20 different locations bombarding your mind at the same time. You're just like, oh no!
Yes, there are other properties.
This says it's part of a pair of identical items. A pair means two.
Yeah, that item property has never generated before. Let's see here.
Oh, sweet! Lets you be able to talk to fish.
Right.
In a way.
Away for 1 hour. Let's see what else we got here on this item. What the hell is that? Okay. Okay. Weird. Yes. Okay. All right. And gives you some poison resistance for an hour.
Come on, 1d4 hit. Oh,
Ah!
this two while
Ah!
drinking his tea made with time.
I just look like a British villain. Just
Right? And there you go. It's an odd
It's a steeper that can only make 1 cup a day.
for the magical properties.
Okay.
So if we ever bring someone aboard and
You
need
just
to
sit there
interrogate them,
drinking your
I will
tea.
sit there drinking my tea. Hold on, I'm a little thirsty. Let me have some tea.
No, we'll be interrogating them, and then if it's not going well, be like,
I need
I'll
to
be
drink
like,
my
Buck, you want something to
tea.
drink?
So tell me, is it a lost artifact?
Where is it?
You suddenly develop a German accent.
Yes. What did you do with the papers?
Oh my lord.
And then for the book, I want to take as much time as possible to carefully go over it. I want to try and give myself advantage on the book.
No, it's just going to be some like the way the trees feel at midnight.
Alright, you said you're fluent in Draconic, right? Malik?
Yes. Yes. Elvish, Draconic, Undercommon, Dwarven, and Common.
Huh. Okay. Then, let's see here. Survival part of me misses the like super narrowly specific skills that were in previous editions of Dungeons and Dragons because I always have a hard time debating like is this investigation, is this history? There's no generic like decipher language skill. Why don't you roll for me first, Arcana with advantage for going over it carefully.
23.
23, very nice. So,
24.
24.
24.
Yes, so at first glance, a novice in the study of magic would read the title of this book, using worms to cook chunks of dried seasoned meat. That would seem to be the title. But
Using worms to cook.
chunks of dried seasoned meat would be what a novice would think this title says, but in fact, the true title of this book is The Primordial Undead.
What the? You have to be really bad at a language to get those two confused.
Oh, what was the second one? I missed that.
The language of magic is very complex, and this book is written in an old tongue called Loros, which you've seen previously in the tomb. The true meaning of the book is probably impossible to grasp with your current skill set, regardless how high you roll, just because it is an ancient dead language that is also inherently magical in nature. But it seems to be a description of some ancient, dark and evil magical ritual involving undead.
I think I know what that ritual would be.
Perhaps repeated or continuous study of the book over time would allow you to decipher it bit by bit.
Okay. Book. I will then keep it around and keep reading it. I want to figure out what it does.
Excellent. And everyone's favorite part, after loot, everybody gets 3,000 XP.
What?
What is
That
it?
put us
12?
I believe that puts everyone at 12,810, I would say.
710. 12, 7, 10.
I think Wu got some XP from something else at some point.
Level 6 is 14, isn't it?
Yeah. Level 6 is
Lame!
So close.
1,400 even. You're very close. That is the wrong window that I'm typing in. There we go. Yeah, you just need 1,190 more, or 1,090 more, depending on your exact number. Which is not a lot of XP.
I'm going to check my box to see if the dead snake has turned into anything else.
Excellent. Then roll for me a d20 to start with. Excellent. Then roll for me a d4. Okay, and then a d8.
Oh,
And then a d9. The snake has turned into a scroll of detect poison and disease.
Ha!
Detect.
That makes me laugh.
I did not even know that was a spell in 5th edition. That's bizarre.
Star.
Yes. All right, excellent.
Neato.
All right. And yes, the engine of the ship appears to be humming with life once again.
Yay!
I will now put mundane poison into the thing.
All right.
We shall see what happens in a day.
All right. Anything else anyone would like to do now that you're back on the ship?
Rest.
I'm going to lay in my hammock.
Wu is more exhausted from fear than he was from the battle.
I'm gonna go unanchor the ship and continue our course on rock.
Excellent. Excellent. So let us see. Got here. All right. So the present location of the Bearded Lady is right here, not far outside of Kars, in the High Forest. So if I pull up the spreadsheety, I see that you have, it looks like, you have 577 more miles to go, approximately. Close that. And yes. What course would you like to take?
The most direct possible.
All right.
I was thinking through the gap in the mountains right here.
Excellent. Then why don't you roll for me, Thoros, your navigation tools, I think you have? Nice.
19.
Excellent.
I guess on this trip, I'll take Malik above deck and do some training with him, teach him, since he's showed interest in being a fighter, teach him some basic moves.
Currently have lost interest as I have found a magical book, and all my time is currently being dedicated to reading that book.
Put the book down, nerd. Come on.
All right. The
Leave me
bearded,
alone.
the bearded lady sails. Let's see, 162 here. Let me subtract that.
Guess I'll just be on the deck practicing my seamanship, having Thoros teach me things.
Phrasing.
Seaman. Ah!
All right, now I'm just doing some bookkeeping for the math. 162, 415. Excellent. Very nice. Yes, you managed to sail, avoiding a storm that is brewing near the Grey Peak Mountains to the south. In the distance, you can see an earth moat. And there seems to be large bird-like creatures flying around it that are
I speed past the Earth moat. I actually kick the gas. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Giant birds, Captain. Giant bird.
And yes. And
where's that spyglass? I want to use the spyglass to look at that moat with the
I have the spyglass. The 1,000 gold spyglass.
Look, optics
I
are
will-
high.
It is kept in a pristine box.
I'll just go on down and grab it and go back up.
You have to ask. You have to ask me nicely. You made fun of me.
Just let me use the dang spyglass. There's giant birds. I want to see giant birds. I will be careful.
If anything happens to this thunk, I'm turning you into a frog and throwing you overboard.
Okay. I rush up the stairs and I trip. No, I walk very carefully upstairs and look at the giant flying bird.
All right, yes, make a perception check with advantage.
Oh, don't tell me roll 20 just froze up on. Someone make the roll for me.
Right, let's take
What's
a
your
look.
mod?
I can't even tell.
Let's see here what we got.
Perception
Perception. Oh, you're actually proficient in perception. Holy crap!
I mean, he had advantage, but
My God, that's the worst friggin' roll. It's an
Yay!
8.
I'm looking through it backwards.
Yes. They're very strange looking birds. It looks like they have arms and legs. Never seen anything like it.
I report it back to Captain Thoros.
That's their home. That's their nest. You don't need to poke it with a stick.
Yeah, all right.
I am also going to brew some tea, and I'm going to find out where this other steeper is.
So Thomas is like, shit, I have no idea.
I know exactly. This is the point.
Yes.
Gotta keep him on his toes.
Yes, the other tea steeper is actually relatively close by. You can sense that it is located in a Netherese ruin on the border of the desert. Just right about there.
Skeptical.
Uh,
Do you see giant flying bird people?
how long does the tea keep its until the cup's empty?
I think for the determining where the other tea steeper is, I believe that ability is when drinking tea. So yes, until the cup is empty, you know exactly where it is. And it appears to be
Okay.
just a little ways north.
Hey guys, so that other tea steeper's nearby? Like surprisingly close.
Yes, you can see it sitting on a table in a library.
Oh, are you saying that you want to stop?
I'm interested. We don't have to, but
Yeah,
I
let's
wasn't
go.
expecting it to be like right here. I thought it was going to be like miles and miles.
Have we regained at full health?
Yeah, you all can take a long rest and recover your resources.
Awesome. Yeah, let's go get this tea steeper.
Well, I'll let Malik guide me to where it needs to be. I'll bring the ship in.
I'll go stand next to Thoros. Can I do it?
Yeah, sure.
Sweet. Because I've been watching you and you've been teaching me, and I think I want to give it a try.
I believe in you.
Roll.
That
There
was
we
your
go.
first mistake.
I go below deck. As I just kind of like motion for Garen.
So is that actually are those tools considered dex tools, or are those intelligence or wisdom for navigation?
Intelligence.
Intelligence, okay.
Woohoo! My best one.
I'll let him have a sip of my tea so he knows where the steeper is.
I start
If
having
it helps,
flashbacks.
if it helps in any
Oh,
way, shape, or form.
All right, so then give me an intelligence check, Thunk. A check, not save.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, that's not too bad.
10, 11. You do a competent job of lowering the ship, albeit a little bit roughly.
I
In-
yes.
In fact, you can see that there appears to be, at the base of one of the offshoots of the Grey Peak Mountains, some kind of building jutting out from the side of the mountain, bordering the desert. And where the hell is it? Somewhere. There it is.
Oh no, we're back here.
Yes, you see what looks like an old port. Almost consumed by the desert sands. The remains of a wooden sailing ship are half jutting out of the sand.
I'm gonna throw the rope over and hop down.
All right, and it is now night time. You've been sailing long enough. You see a marble dock jutting out from the building. There's a staircase that leads up, as well as a series of terraces that you can just barely glimpse in the distance.
Can I figure out crafters of the stonework?
I think you have dwarven stone cunning, yes. So yes, you may roll that.
Take a quick break before
check.
we go into this.
Yeah, let's take a short break and we will be back.
Sounds good. Enjoy Home 3. House Solaris. You have the option.
And kick
Looking at
every-
the map, Dragonlance map, I saw a volcano there called Mount Mind.
Yep. And if you're ever next to a Kender, just kick it in the face.
Right? Fuck those little guys.
Lunaris. We're thinking of, like, you said, oh, Seattle Solaris. I'm like, well, duh, she's a fucking awful boss. Thinking BOE. All right. I think we're back. Yes. So you have approached the remains of a seaside dock. Alas, there is no more sea.
I did a good job at landing.
That's not bad.
The ship survived. That's what counts.
I'll agree with that. All right, Garen. Looks like your expertise. What do you think?
I'm gonna
Oh,
take a
yeah.
sip of my tea to figure out where the other thing is.
His
Yes. I don't remember what stone cunning gives you. That gives you like a plus bonus to.
oh yeah.
You double your
Oh,
proficiency
no, it
bonus.
doubles my proficiency. So
Okay,
Add
so
3.
that goes up to 22, right? This is a quite clearly Netherese architecture, but with Delzuin influences. It was likely a joint project.
I'll tell Thoros. Remember those dwarves that built those stone ships?
Nope.
They're partially responsible for this too.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Let me actually move you to. This is a multi-floor map.
Ooh.
There we go. This is the lowest floor. The other one was like the roof overview, but yes.
No. Nothing like bloody handprints.
Let's do what we always do. My way to here, right in front of bloodstains.
Yes. There's an entryway with windows, or what may have once been windows, but they've been shattered to nothingness now. Leading into a grand hall with a staircase heading up. There seems to be a side passage behind the staircase, as well as a passage down to the south, leading to what looks like a large dining hall smeared with blood. Some of it is relatively fresh. Malik will note outside that there seems to be a relatively recently killed horse dragging a cart behind it, stuck in the desert sands.
Bubbles.
Bubble gum.
Sparkle Mane.
Where do I tell where the thingamajig is when I sip the tea?
It
Look,
seems.
when
It feels like it is on the second floor.
you befriend your own unicorn, you can name it whatever you want.
Okay. I'm gonna go back this way. Back over here.
You see what looks like a kitchen. There are tankards, some mugs, remnants of food scraps. Certainly not ancient. It's relatively new and fresh.
Are those blood marks going to or away from the kitchen?
It almost looks like somebody has been dragged out of the kitchen.
I found another set of handprints over here, guys. Looks like they've been dragged up the stairs.
There's also a large room this direction.
That is true.
Well, let's go see what's in your room.
Fucking magic is what's in my room.
Is that
Uh-oh.
what I think it is? Another one of those soul-eating spheres?
Yeah.
This is a much larger one and it looks broken.
Well, we didn't do it.
I'm gonna go look at all this stuff over here.
Yes. You see what looks like probably for other cultures would be a temple of some sorts. Of course, knowing that the architecture is Netherese, you would rather gather they weren't doing any god worshipping here. There's most certainly a very large mythalar, or the remains of one, that has been smashed, missing huge sections of the dome. There is, however, still, nevertheless, a glowing symbol embedded into the marble stonework, as well as what looks like an altar used for some kind of magical ritual. Nice. And then you can give me a history check as well. Malik. Very nice. It is quite clear, based on the symbols and positioning of the altar and the mythalar, that this was used for summoning and binding spirits or entities. The symbolism that you recognize, Malik, with your history, seems to be that of Zakara, a far distant desert land.
Oh.
And yes, Thunk, from where you're standing, you can see what looks like a terraced garden filled with dead grass and rotten trees.
Someone has not been tending this garden. Be ashamed to call themselves a gardener. It's a shame.
Anything on the altar?
The altar itself seems to have the emblem of the sun and the wind carved into it with gold filigree.
I'm gonna start looking at some of this stuff on the tables.
Sure. To an investigation.
All the systems, so you have the advantage.
16.
There's some old books and documents, most of which seems to be decayed. But you note that there's some odd language, which actually I wish I could remember what the hell the language is called. It is. I'm going to say that in the absence of my memory for what the actual language is called, you see some very fluid writing that looks like it might be from the far east, potentially.
Hey, fellows, come check this out. See if you can make any heads or tails of this. And I will actually do a sleight of hand, since I have the steady hands of a surgeon, to try to kind of move through the pages to find a good one to read from.
Excellent.
21.
Yes, you succeed in preventing at least a couple of the best-looking pages from disintegrating in your hands. And yes, you do find one that has various magical-looking symbols drawn upon it, as well as more of that very fluid language.
Move out of the way so everyone can get a good look. I'll move to the other table.
I obviously won't recognize it.
I might. I don't know. I read books, so.
All right. Yes, you can do. Actually, let's see here. You then recognize this Malik as Midani. This is the language of Zakara and the language of the Shairs, the genie summoners. There are elements of Netherese sprinkled about, however, in the Draconic script, which is quite distinct from the script used by the Madani language.
This is weird. This rune is so glowing. That makes me think that there's something still here. Should we go look upstairs?
Oh, I could always try to dispel the magic on that symbol.
Yeah, but it maybe. I don't know. Last time we messed with stuff too much, we had to deal with a lich.
True.
So this thing might be keeping something locked away. We should maybe look around a little bit first before, because I can only tell that it was used for binding things, but I don't know what it's binding.
Go look upstairs.
Upstairs is where my thing is, I think.
Your thing.
That's my tea steeper. The sort of the point of this little adventure.
Yes, and your tea has been all consumed now. Your cup of tea.
Was there any more clues on this table over here?
No, just like pots of ink and that are all dried up and shattered quills and the like.
All right.
Awesome.
All right. We're going upstairs.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, indeedy.
Let's take a look here. What is upstairs, I wonder?
Uh-oh.
Yes. Upstairs, you see a hallway with several diverging passages. There are skeletons that Thunk can see, as well as a relatively freshly slain person. Appears to be a traveler. He's dressed in robes.
How fresh?
Probably killed within the past week.
Can you see what did it, Garen?
Could do a medicine check. He has 2 puncture marks on the side of his neck.
And it happens to.
All right, guys. They've got vampires, snakes, or spiders. Take your pick.
Let's see what we haven't fought. We've never fought snakes yet. Fought vampires.
We are in a
Fought
deserty
lot.
situation.
Fought a lot of spiders. I doubt it'll be spiders.
I'm guessing that's why we were told that by the time we got here it was night.
I can't imagine.
Yeah, we haven't fought snakes. I'm gonna go with snakes.
I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna go look over.
Wait a
Oh,
minute.
I'm gonna examine the
I see
statue.
more glowing.
All right.
I'm
Yes.
gonna look in this room.
All right. So, oh boy, let's split the party, shall we? All right, Thoros. Yes,
We always.
You see a statue of a person dressed in rather lavish robes. It's carved quite finely. You note that they have like a chain around their stomach with coins hanging off, or what would be coins. Of course, it's a carving. And upon the finger of the statue, there is carved quite exquisitely a ring bearing a single red ruby. It would certainly appear to be someone who's perhaps from a desert-dwelling culture. And yes, Malik, you see, you have reached the top of the tower. You are in the spot directly above the Mythalar. There is a ring of glowing runes carved out of the marble of the floor, as well as 7 alcoves dotting the dome. There is a domed ceiling which reaches up some 35 feet high. And then Thunk.
Yes.
Thunk, you see a room filled with skeletons, another relatively freshly slain body, and a tall, gaunt,
No!
pale woman
It's Sister Lover.
dressed in a black robe. It is not Sister Lover, however. I only
That
have
is
so
not
I
wife.
only have so many tokens.
His sister wife, where is husband brother?
I wonder. All right. Yes. So,
I'm just going to say, oh, pardon me, as I turn around and walk away. I see you're busy.
oh
Excuse
my.
me, didn't mean to intrude.
Yes, she is standing upon a pile of bones, and she turns to face you, Thunk, as I open up a character sheet. Because I do so love character sheets,
Oh, and no other reason.
especially having 20 of them open at a time, spread out across 2 monitors.
Don't look in her eyes. Don't look in her eyes. Don't do it, Thunk.
And she is going to snap her fingers. Causing the skeleton behind you to stand up and block the doorway.
Oh, yeah, someone to block the doorway.
Wonderful. I was growing hungry, she says, as you need to roll initiative. And then Thoros, you may make a perception check to see if you hear this exchange.
Yep.
Indeed, you have heard the sound of snapping fingers and a skeleton knitting itself together, a sound which you are all too familiar with at this point.
Oh god, I just start actually I say, "Woo, get the others." I'll start I'll draw my weapons and start getting ready action.
Ooh, alert the others.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was planning on.
So
Sound the woo alarm.
as Wu then turns to look, he sees the skeleton, "Ah!" which
Woo alert.
Garen and Malik, you can hear Wu's horrible screech echoing down the hall. Everyone may roll initiative. All right, let us sort this list, shall we? I think everybody's in the initiative now. Thunk,
Both Aaron
Thoros.
and Thunk beat me. Man, I'm slipping.
Wow.
Yes, that is everyone, and nothing else can be added.
See, that is that's the funny thing about how combat works in D&D. The thing which triggered the combat can actually occur technically after it actually should happen. All right, Garen, you have heard Wu's alarm screech.
First of all, I'd like them to note that 2 people have decimal points, I'm assuming, to break ties, but then there's 2 people that are tied, don't have decimal points at all.
What is your dex mod, Thunk?
2.
So you are actually tied with the skeletons for initiative.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Alright, I will use the dash action.
All right.
Woo! What's happened?
Skeleton!
Oh. Oh yeah. there's a skeleton.
So someone was snapping their fingers. I don't like it.
Oh no! Don't
Um,
snap it.
anything else you'd like to do, Garrett?
That's all I got.
Alright, give me a d20 roll, Thunk. We'll see if you come first or not. You need to beat a 17. You get a 1. Oh boy. Alright, skeletons get to go first. Smash! 23 to hit, Thunk.
Ow.
Alright, that is 3 piercing. You may use your magical thong. If you wish. Alright, you have negated all the damage. Now this skeleton slides up next to you and strikes you with his short sword. And misses. You manage to dodge the blow. This skeleton comes up to you and strikes you with his short sword. Damn, you're on point today. Once again, he misses. You manage to block the blow with Shatter Skull. This skeleton rushes up to you and strikes you with... Oh my... No, he hits his ally with a short sword for 6 damage. My goodness. This skeleton here is going to rush up. And the Mistress of the Night says, now, dearies, leave a space for me, and strikes you with your short sword, 21 to hit.
Yep.
Right, that is going to be 8 damage. 2 damage. Excellent. All right. Now, these skeletons whip out their bows and fire at you, Thunk. Oh no, this one hits his ally again.
Shit.
Shit.
Rolls, man. Coming.
A lot of critical fails. All right, this one whips out his short bow. 10 to hit, it misses. The next one whips out his short bow and fires. And then the next one, 15 to hit and does not hit you. There's a hail of arrows and sword swings. Goodness. Ow. All right, Thunk.
Oh, I whip out Shatter Skull as I look to the one that's blocking the door as I bring it across him.
Right. Jesus!
He's dust!
There is nothing remaining of that skeleton at all whatsoever.
Oof.
He has completely and utterly disintegrated. In fact, he vanishes from the map.
I hit him so hard. You just see a cloud
Matter
of
cannot be created nor destroyed.
you see a cloud of dust.
I can't
Come on.
vanish him because he's the initiative token, but yes, he is completely obliterated by
I look
shadows.
to the one to this guy.
All right.
Aha! Dust again.
Jesus Christ! God damn, yes. And I will
Dude.
add that these are weak. They are vulnerable to bludgeoning. So you just... The air is filled...
Having an increased crit range is really good.
Yeah. The air is just filled with the finest skeleton powder.
As I take a step back to here, invoking 2 attacks of opportunity.
And both miss.
Mm.
Wow.
Now I'm just going to hang out here and let them just come out one by one.
All right, Thoros, you have seen an explosion of bone fragments and dust.
And as I come walking through the dust,
Bonus action. Dash. Right there, and that'll be turnover.
All right. Excellent. Alec, you have heard Woo's scream and then 2 explosions.
The fuck?
Find your kettle.
I will I don't really see anything. So I'll dash to get behind Garen.
All right.
But that's all I can do. I can't really see much.
All right. A vampire comes gliding out of the room to the south. And dashes right next to Wu. Oh, hey, it's Wu's turn. Wu is going to whip out his nunchucks. And that is going to be 3 whole damage against the vampire as the nunchuck strikes him. And then Wu is going to bring his nunchaku around again. And that actually hits. For, nice, this time 6 damage. And then Wu follows up with an unarmed strike. And he goes tumbling down the stairs. All right. Now, the Mistress of the Night comes behind you, Thunk, and strikes at you with her claws, and strikes again. Jesus, she's rolling really shittily.
She just poofed right behind me?
Yes, she ran right behind you, and missed you. Apparently, Shatterskull has once again blocked both of her blows. All right. Garen, you have seen some kind of figure come up behind Thunk.
Shit, is it husband brother?
She has 3/4 cover, however. She is behind Thoros, Thunk, and part of a wall.
Yeah, but this dude.
This, yes, that one you can see.
Oh.
I don't think that's husband, brother.
Against the wall here.
I don't remember what token I used for husband, brother.
The different one. I remember that. Call him cousin lover.
And I will pull out my base and swing at him.
That hits.
5 piercing, 1 radiant.
That is... Very nice. You have disabled his regeneration with your single point of radiant damage.
Oh man, that's great. All right, and then I'll bonus action.
Excellent.
That'll be.
All right, now the skelly bums get to go. The skeleton comes rushing out and strikes at you, Thoros, with his sword. 20 to hit.
Damn.
That is 7 damage, piercing. All right, another skeleton comes running out and strikes at you, Thoros. 12 to hit does not hit. The skeleton then steps over here and strikes out at Thunk. 11 to hit does not hit. The skeletons then begin moving into position so that they can fire their bows. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bow attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jesus. First shot flies through the air in between Thunk and Thoros. The second shot is a 20 to hit against you, Thunk.
That hits.
Right, for 8 piercing. 2
Damn.
piercing. Alright, the next short bow attack instead accidentally hits the Mistress of the Night for 3 damage. And then the next attack, again, accidentally hits the Mistress of the Night for 3 damage. Wow. And the last arrow flies in between Thunk and Thoros. Alright, Thunk.
Oh. I will strike out the wall skeleton that came out in front of me.
Indeed, you have obliterated that skeleton Utterly.
And I will strike out at. Will sidestep as I bring Shatter Skull down to the Mistress of the Night
All right. That hits.
for 5 points.
Excellent.
That's half damage, right?
Actually, Shatter Skull does count as a magic weapon, though, so it nullifies her resistance. It's for 10 points. All right, excellent.
Yes, I will action surge and bring. No, I will call it there. Never mind.
All right, Thoros.
All right, Thunk's got this. As I'll smirk at the vampire guy here, move my way in, going after him with the silver rapier. Uh-oh.
Oh dear. That was a bonus action disengage? Yes. There's
from the skeleton.
yeah, from
Nah,
the skeleton.
I'll take the op attack.
And it misses. Just unfortunately,
Grabs onto my belt, like trip and stab Garen.
yes. As Garen, you are hit. Please roll damage, Thoros.
5 piercing, 3 slashing.
Oh dear. Poor,
Great.
poor Garen.
Ugh.
What I do?
Anything else you'd like to do?
Yes, I'm going to with the life stealer in my hand. I will thrust it towards the vampire.
Right.
There we go.
20 hits.
So 6 piercing, 5 slashing, 5 fire, and 6 sneakies.
Indeed.
22.
Yes, excellent. 22 damage. That hits. The vampire is now bloodied.
I put my my swords, I cross them in front of me, just kind of smile and wink at him.
He is infuriated. All right, Malik.
All this shit is going on. I have no idea. That's a lot of things by Thunk.
It is. He's killed several of them.
I Huh. I will cast Mirror Image on myself,
All right.
and then Quicken Spell cast Shatter.
Excellent.
I want to get it so it doesn't Thunk, but I want to get it in this room.
Okay, great. And let's see that damage. Excellent. Vampire Mistress succeeds her Constitution saving throw and takes 6 damage. Skeletons. The skeletons all fail. And that kills every single skeleton in that room.
Good. That saves my channel divinity.
You're welcome.
Just realized I lost a bet. I said I said it was going to be snakes.
I can put snakes in.
Woohoo!
I'm thinking one that's 100 foot long and purple. Technically is a worm, but we can call it a snake. Excellent. Anything else?
Or technically dragons, so that would be our third dragon.
It's a dragon snake worm.
We
Zombie.
become dragon slayers.
Anything else, Malik?
I'll just stand on the skeleton, and that'll be my turn.
Excellent. All right. Now, actually, Woo's Dex mod is higher than the vampire, so Woo is running back up the stairs after having tumbled down. And he gets his nunchucks out and he strikes the vampire spawn and misses, and he strikes again. And then follows up with an unarmed strike. And he hits on the last attack for 3 points of damage. Oh, and the vampire spawn's regeneration was disabled by Garen's 1 point of radiant damage. Oh dear. This vampire strikes out at you, Thoros. 15 to hit. That does not hit. Your AC is 17. It then strikes out again with its claws. Ow. 24 to hit. Alright. That is 10 slashing damage. Alright, now the mistress is going to... What is the mistress is going to strike out at you, Thunk. With her oh no.
After 10,000 years, I'm
Oh
free.
no.
It's time to conquer Earth.
We just got a Rita.
Okay,
Oh, goodness. The Mistress of the Night has donated $30 with the message, Snakes!
no!
And yes, the Mistress calls out, oh, come my minions!
Well, we don't need to joke around.
Yes.
So I did win. Technically, it was snakes.
Technically, let me check the CR of this. This is a snake. Oh, this is a snake. Okay. Now, let me make sure I got the character sheet set up there, and I do. And we shall see what happens here as all around you.
What? A
Those
snake?
cockatrices?
I was about to say.
So I'm going to move these skeleton corpses out of the way. Indeed, crawling out of the piles of skeletons, you see they were in fact animated by these snakes, which give off tremendous heat from their bodies.
Commander?
No.
Gee.
You wouldn't put that many salamanders. You're not that bad.
Got really shitty fucking initiative, jeez.
Oh no.
Alright.
Here's me feeling bad.
Excellent. Actually, they got a nat 1 on their initiative. Oh man, excellent. And then she's going to... Oh goodness. She's going to strike out at you, Thunk. 10. 14 to hit. She misses. She really needs those snakes. Alright, let's see here. These character sheets are not super simple. What do we got?
Maybe I'm just too good looking for her to hit.
Apparently, she hasn't landed a single damn blow. Oh, that's right. And she also actually heals for 10 points at the start of her turn as well. So allow me to heal her. Excellent. All right. Beautiful. Now, so you're too blue. She can't see you with her night vision. All right.
Okay.
Now, this snake attempts to strike you, Thunk. First, it snaps and bites at you for 22 to hit.
22 to hit.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that lands.
All right. You take 2 piercing and 5 fire damage.
Take 1 piercing.
And 5. So you take 6 damage total. All right. Now this snaky poo here squiggles over onto Malik and attempts to bite and tail swipe him. 6 and 17 to hit Malik.
Pop and shield.
All right, you managed to block both of those blows. And now this snake bites at... Ooh! 22 to hit. Does hit. So he takes 3 bludgeoning and 3 fire, so -6. All right. And now another snake slithers on up to you, Thunk. And it attempts to bite and tail swipe you. 11 to hit. Does not hit. And then he gets a crit with a 23.
I'm gonna pop my shield. Or it's crit, so it will automatically hit, doesn't it?
I think your shield, yeah, it's going to hit you no matter what at this point.
On a 19 plus 5.
It's 24, so you could block it with your shield. Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop shield on that.
Okay, excellent. Your shield manages to block the blow. And now this fire snake slithers over here. This fire snake. These are considered medium creatures, so they're not able to move through these spaces. All right. They have ready to actions. All right, Garen. You have seen a snake, several snakes just crawl out of the corpses.
Seeing influx of incoming damage, Aaron is going to extend his hand, place it on the skull of Horus's back, cast Cure Wounds,
Excellent.
and then bonus action to Thunk, give him words of encouragement, along with a healing word.
Excellent. Thunk is nearly healed the max with that. Anything else you'd like to do?
There's 1 skeleton left. Or no way you used your action.
Yeah, that was action and action. Off.
All right, the skeleton strikes at you, Thunk, and it impacts on your magical shield, which then drops because it is the start of your turn.
Alrighty. I will look around all the snakes, then back at the Mistress of the Night as I swing Shatter Skull at her, as she is the doing of bringing these snakes. And thinking to myself at the same time, I need to stop just joking around about stuff.
Oh my. 18 does hit.
Only had advantage.
Only had advantage. Excellent. So that's still 17 damage. Second strike misses. 17, however. She is badly wounded with that blow, but is not bloodied.
I will... end my turn there.
All right, Thoros, you are now surrounded by a vampire and several snakes.
I still have eyes on this vampire as I slash at him with the silver rapier. Ooh, 11.
11 does not hit.
As he backs up, just barely missing the tip of my sword, I thrust forward with the life stealer. 21.
21 does hit.
For 12 piercing, 4 slashing, 2 fire, and top it off with 6 more sneaks.
So 32 damage.
A lot of sources of damage.
Yeah, he's doing more damage to me now.
34 damage. Yes, he is badly wounded now, and in his death throes almost.
Bastard. All right, that's turn over.
All right, Malik.
All these stupid things.
Yes, all interspersed with your allies.
I know, it makes it really tough. I want to fucking lightning bolt something.
Yeah. Thunder Wave. Purple worms live in the desert, right?
Enough of the purple worm.
Oh, goodness. All right. What are you going to do, Malik? Yeah, you need to get Chain Lightning at some point.
The 6th level spell, it's going to be a while.
Be what, 17 before you get it? Or, do you even get 6th level spells? What's your highest level as a sorcerer?
Yeah, I go up to 9.
You go up to 9? Wow. All right, yeah. Yeah, it'll be level 17. No, 6th level. That's only level 11.
11 or something like that.
Yeah. If you survive, you can certainly hit 11.
That will hit Thunk.
It would be the first time you hit me with a spell.
I know, but this does a lot more damage. This is where I sort of wish I had the thing to make people succeed. It'd make me feel less bad.
Yeah. It's tough. Type in there.
Let's see.
Better make up your mind, or Woo's going to take his turn.
Wu can shove it. I'm gonna do another shatter in this room to hit them.
Okay. All right, let's see that damage. Oof. They all fail.
Huh.
-9. 9 points of damage. Oh boy. And then this -9. And then anything else you'd like to do?
No, that will be it.
All right. Wu is then going to get out his nunchucks and strike at the vampire, Mister, for 3
Cousin
damage.
lover.
For 3 damage. He's then going to strike again with his nunchaku.
Yeah.
And then he's going to pump his Fury of the Small into it for an extra 5 points of damage for a total of 16. Divided by 2 is 8 points. And what do you know? He slays the vampire, Mister.
Oh no, I've killed somebody else. Better run in fear.
And then he's going to make an unarmed strike against the fire snake. 15 does 15 hit. It hits, and he hits the fire snake for... He is resistant, so he hits the fire snake for 4 points of damage. But then the fire snake's body erupts with something that is not in the character sheet for some reason. But it erupts with flame! As Wu is burned for 4 points of fire damage. Alright. Now, poor vampire, Mister. And at this, the Mister shrieks with fury. And strikes at... Brother husband!
Husband.
Shit. Oh, as she accidentally claws the fire snake by mistake. For 3 damage. And then the fire snake surges with fire, hitting her for 6 points of fire damage. Ah! Jesus Christ, I can't roll for shit in this fight. And so she strikes again at you, Thunk. 21 to hit.
That actually finally gets a blow.
Oh my goodness. And at this, she grapples you, Thunk. We're now grappled. And she heals for 10 points.
Oh, I
We'll
need
see
to
how
get
long
it.
this grapple lasts.
You are grappled until you break free.
We'll see. Hopefully I roll good.
All right, and now a Zephyr Snake strikes at you, Thoros. First with its bite, then with its tail. 6 and then 21 to hit. All right, that is 2 bludgeoning and 2 fire damage you take from the tail swipe. So 4 total points. All right, and then Thunk. This fire snake attempts to bite and tail swipe you. 20 to hit.
Yeah.
For 4 piercing and 1 fire, you may roll your thong.
3 piercing.
3 piercing and 1 fire for a total of 4 points of damage. And then another fire snake strikes at you, Thunk, missing you completely. Another fire snake here. Shit, that skeleton is still alive?
Yeah.
Yes.
Snakes popped up, and we kind of lost focus
we
on the
got-
skeleton.
Crap.
We got preoccupied.
Man, alright, this fire snake misses you completely and utterly, Malik. The next fire snake attempts to bite you. Okay, so this fire snake accidentally bit the skeleton for 8 points of damage. And what do you know? The next fire snake accidentally bit him for 9, completely destroying the skeleton.
Are you?
I'm
You
rolling this many critical fails.
I'm gonna have to watch the stream after you upload it and
Just
see this stuff.
oh my gosh! Thank you for that information, Emily. I will keep that in mind as the party explores the honor rock.
Emily, no!
You would.
What have you done?
Varieties of purple worms were known to live in lakes or deserts.
Right, and that is all the fire snakes. Garen.
Okay, I need to know if allow me to stand here, or is that like considered in the wall?
I mean, you can stand there, but there's still a wall between you and the mistress.
Hmm.
She has 3/4 cover against you.
Okay.
And is currently grappling Thunk.
She's grappling Thunk, but has 3/4 cover.
Hey, as long as you can see her, you can use your holy fire or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame does not hit, so yes, it does not get an attack roll.
So let's actually do. Let's cast Sacred Flame. Say, let him go.
She fails her saving throw and takes 7 radiant damage,
Yay!
which disables her regeneration.
Right, and that'll be in turn.
All right, Thunk.
Strength check to break grapple.
Yes, that does consume your action, however.
Okay. Oh, what the hell? That's ugly.
So let us see here. You fail.
Yeah, of course.
You're still grappled.
I am going to end my turn there. I have a feeling there's going to be something bigger and badder coming up, so I'm trying to save my action surge.
All right, Thunk. You have seen Wu slay another. Did he slay the mistress? The other mistress of blood? I can't remember.
No idea.
Oh man,
Probably.
I can't remember.
he has
So he
slayed
gets
a
another vampire tooth.
Goodness.
Put it right next to that finger bone on his little necklace I made him.
All right, Thoros.
All right. Actually going to step back one As I turn to the fire snakes, I give a mighty shout. I will cast Thunder Wave and manipulate it so that it just hits these two here.
Okay.
What level? Level 1.
They both fail.
Take that thunder.
Excellent. Yes, that is 12 damage.
And they get pushed.
They get pushed into Malik.
Yeah, Malik, take that fire snake.
I don't really want it.
Then I will call out, Garen, do whatever you can to keep up Thunk. Here's a little extra help, as I'm going to give you some bardic inspiration.
Very much, sir.
That'll be turnover.
Excellent. Yeah, bardic inspiration. All right, Malik. Thoros has pushed in two fire snakes right on top of you.
Thanks.
Come on, man. It'll be like a game. Now you cast Thunder Wave, and I'll do it again.
If I had Thunder Wave.
Oh, you don't have Thunder Wave? You're a Storm
You're a
Sorcerer.
Storm Sorcerer, and you don't have Thunder Wave?
I'm not a Storm, I'm a Draconic.
Oh, Draconic Bloodline. Okay. That's right.
Blue Dragon Sorcerer, and you don't have Thunder Wave?
Blue Dragon, that's right.
Thunder is not lightning damage.
Whatever.
I will. Which of the three around me look the weakest?
The two that Thunk just hit look like they have the same health,
So what?
approximately.
So this one.
Yeah, the
What
two
other one?
the two to your right.
Ones that are next to Thunk.
Yeah.
So that one. That one.
Yes.
Okay. I am going to Shocking Grasp, and I'm going to spend a sorcery point twin spell it to try and hit both of them.
Okay.
Where I haven't done that a little bit. Where is it? There you are. For the top one, for the lower one.
Huh, that's really funny because Shocking Grasp actually can be twinned despite being a touch spell.
Yep,
Both hands.
That's interesting.
both hands. I got two
You got
hands.
some hands. It's fine.
They both hit.
Sweet. Okay, so the first one is that plus that. So 13.
The snake
second
is
one.
yes, the snake is electrocuted to death.
And then 10 on the second one.
Both the snakes are electrocuted to death, and that's considered a melee spell attack. Yes.
Si, senor.
All right, then you take
Oh, that's
5 fire damage as their bodies erupt with flame.
I will take it like a champ, and I will hold them up victoriously, one in each hand.
All right. Anything else you would like to do?
And then I'll position myself behind.
All right. Wu is going to move the corpse out of the way. Wu is going to. Oh, no wonder Roll20's running like shit. These things have vision and light. Excellent. Okay. Wu is going to withdraw his Sensei's Kensei composite bow and fire with sharpshooter at the fire snake directly behind Malik. Alas, he misses. He's then going to fire again. Ah! 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 And that is his turn. The vampire mistress is now going to bare her fangs at you, Thunk.
Oh no.
Bite him. Bite him.
Now, the funny thing about Bite is that it doesn't automatically hit grappled enemies. It's really quite bizarre. You would think that having to set it up with a separate attack the previous round would actually make it more powerful, but no.
Well, I think they get advantage, when
advantage
they
to the
grapple
attack.
someone.
They get
But
advantage to the attack.
You still have to, like, Thunk's not standing still. You have to think about, like, Thunk's trying to not let her bite him.
Yeah, grapple doesn't give advantage, though.
Should be under her
I-
attack that it gives them advantage.
I'm pretty sure grapple does.
Let's see
I think
here.
It gives
grapple
attackers
have
advantage.
disadvantage on.
No, grapple does nothing but reduce your speed to 0. Nothing else. And the thing is, the vampire bite ability does not have anything saying. It just says that you can use it against someone that is grappled, incapacitated, or restrained. However, it does not convey any bonus if they are grappled, incapacitated, or restrained, other than what those statuses grant you normally. So if Funk was restrained, then yes, but he's just grappled. I just think it's a very, very bizarre way of designing a monster. But anyway, vampires are kind of wonky in 5e.
It's a powerful attack. I guess they had to give him something.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny because the only thing that she's actually hit with the entire fight is that first grapple. She misses the bite. Despite grappling you, she misses. I guess you position Shatter Skull right on your neck, and then she attempts to claw you. And despite being right next to you and grappling you, she gets an 11 to hit and misses utterly.
Headbutt.
Yeah.
Oh man, 5th edition.
I was
Okay.
thinking about the bonus action headbutting her, activating my spirit guardians, but
Oh my.
I was like, nah.
All right. Are you fucking? The fire snake accidentally bites the mistress.
Ha!
Jesus fucking Christ. God damn. Alright, the other fire snake attempts
The
to bite.
snakes have done us a favor instead of hindered us.
Yeah, there's like literally no reason to break a grapple unless there's some environmental concern or something, but even then. Anyway, fire snake attempts to bite you again, Thunk, and misses. This fire snake then attempts to bite you and swipe you, Malik, sorry. 5 and 5 to hit and misses. Another fire snake is behind the wall and can't hit anything. All right, Garen.
I will, unable to get a clear shot at the vampire. I will focus more on defensive measures. I will hold a hand out to Thunk, bless him with radiant defense.
Yes, but in order for that to work, something has to actually friggin' hit Thunk.
Yeah, that's true. But when it does, it's gonna get hurt.
Yay.
All right, Thunk,
10 plus 5.
it's your turn.
For being attacked from every direction and trying to positioning the night mistress in front of that first snake that tried to bite me and missed. That's why I bit her. I will attempt to break the grapple again after she tried biting me. No biting.
No bitey. 18. You have broken free.
Ah, that is my turn.
Right. Thoros.
All right. Let's see, I will rush up to Malik's side, begin my reckless stabbing at the fire snake.
Right.
One. Oh, sorry, Malik.
Right, roll damage. Oh.
18 points. Sorry, I'm getting a little antsy here. Just need to stab something. You were the first thing I saw.
Do you like to pop shield, Malik, to protect yourself?
I was gonna say, is it possible for me to pop shield?
Yes.
Because I will do it.
As I hastily rush towards the fire snake, I trip over the corpse on the floor, accidentally. But I do yell out just in time for Malik to pop his shield. Is then thrust out with the life stealer. 19.
Excellent. Yes, 19 hits. I was gonna say, I can't wait for you to like crit fail with a life stiller on an ally. Just 16, 19 damage. Excellent. The fire snake is darn near dead now.
Okay, and that'll be turnover.
See, Xander's gimmick is that she loses her weapon when she crit fails and throws it to Arena. Thoros' gimmick is that he stabs an ally when he crit fails. Oh dear goodness, Malik.
And I hit walls or ceilings and causing it to crumble.
Oh my goodness, Malik, your turn.
I so wish I could maneuver into that room.
I know, right? Jeez.
Arrow door away.
Sorry.
Let's see. How has the vampire lady been hit much?
Yes, she is bloodied.
I'm just going to go full machine gun and cast with Quicken Spell 2 magic missiles at 3rd level.
17.
All at her.
Excellent. You obliterate the mistress.
Just full Rambo. Da, 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 da.
I could actually picture you with
in
your
the
hand out like
States.
I could picture your hand out like a gun. And you're going da 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 da.
That's exactly what I do. I make a gun with my fingers and I just shoot the magic missiles out of them. I shoot all my spells like that.
Oh my goodness.
I think it's cool, whether or not it actually is.
The mistress falls. And then, woo! Unleashes a barrage of arrows at this fire snake. One of them embeds itself into the wall, and the other strikes the snake, obliterating it. And now the fire snake. Hey, what do you know? The mistress is dead, so the fire snake can move up here and try to bite
That's
Thunk.
where I wanted to move.
And now it's going to attempt to bite you, Thunk. Instead, it accidentally bites its ally
Really?
for 11 damage, which kills it. Oh wait, no, it's immune to fire. For 5 damage, which almost kills it. Wow. Now, this other fire snake is going to try and bite you, Thunk. And it misses. Now this other one is going to try. Aha! 21 to hit!
Hey.
For 4 bludgeoning and 4 fire. So 8 damage total. And that
18 radiant damage.
causes the fire snake to explode in radiant light. Dead. Alright, Garen.
I will strike out with my mace at fire snake that I can actually see.
Yes,
22.
that hits.
Bam.
Excellent. It destroys the fire snake, and you are hit for three points of fire damage as its body erupts into flames.
Will I ever...
Alright, Thunk, there's 1 fire snake left.
I am going to move around it since everyone's complaining that they can't see. And it's the last one left. Just to right here.
Alright.
As I bring Shatter Skull down upon it. 13 to hit.
You miss as the snake dodges your blow.
Come back here. As I bring it back down again. 21 for 13 points of damage.
It has exactly 13 hit points left.
Hey, I
expl-
squish a snake.
It explodes in flame, dealing 3 points of fire damage to you, Thunk.
Oof. I then pop up as combat ends. I pop open a health potion.
I turn to Malik and say, I know we came here for your stupid tea thing, but I'm afraid the price might have been too steep.
Wow.
I am going to try and shocking grasp him for that with an electrified backhand.
Does 20 hit, Garen?
Oh
I don't think it does because you have Shield of Faith.
yeah, I've got 22 right now.
Oh,
See? There you go.
It's the intent.
a regular health potion is 2d4.
2d4 plus 2.
I'm going to make my way this way because I'm assuming that this is where my thing was.
Excellent. All right. Yes. Remove all turns. Yes, clear. Yes, Malik, you see what looks like the remains of a library. There is a small room off to the side, which may be a study. You can see that sitting on this table here by the window is a silver tea steeper.
I'm going to go snag it.
It appears to have magical properties.
I
Really?
would assume as much.
Let's search the vampires.
All right, you may roll
Is
investigation.
it looks exactly the same as the other one, right?
This one has the symbol of a sun instead of a moon on it.
So I just want to point out, remember that wish that Thunk made so everybody got shit?
Uh-huh.
Because of that, I have identified.
Oh, because you have Dragon Mark of Mending, right?
Yeah,
So that gives you
yeah,
identify.
Making.
Yeah.
Dragon Mark of
Of
making.
making.
So,
Well, we will use that
so
if
I
I
can
fail.
just guaranteed identify literally everything right now.
Yeah.
It's what one cast a day, or does it just give you the spell on your spell list?
No, it just gives it to you straight up. It
with
gives-
the dragon mark, it's once per day.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
You get the cantrip whenever you want, but the actual spell.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, it gives me mending, identify, magic weapon. That's it.
All right.
You get the
and then it gives me fabricate at level 9.
Wait a minute, you can make a non-magical weapon into a magical weapon, right? With that, right?
Magical weapon is that's yeah, I can do that.
Do it to Woo's nunchucks.
It's only for a short time.
It lasts for up to an hour. It's a level 2 spell.
Excellent.
Keep
All
that in
right. Yes. The Mister of the Night is wearing a magical-looking cloak.
Oh. I will go investigate. Mistress.
You may roll investigation.
Hey.
Excellent. She is wearing a pair of spider silk overalls.
Sexy.
They seem to be magical.
Alrighty, I will stuff in my backpack for now.
It has a word written on it in Undercommon.
I'll speak Undercommon.
You're fluent in Undercommon?
No, I don't speak.
Okay. So there's a word written in Undercommon.
I speak Undercommon.
Emily says that Dragon Mark just straight up gives you the spell.
It's up to the DM. If you're playing it like you do in Eberron, then it's just once per day.
Once you cast a given spell this way, you must finish a long rest before you can cast it innately again. But it says you learn the following spell, so yeah.
You could use your spell slot.
Yeah,
First time
your
is
first
innate.
the first time is an innate casting, and subsequently you can use your spell slots to cast.
Well, then I will toss the cloak to Garen.
Yeah,
Here.
and I will cast Identify on it.
I will say that I think T adjusts depending on my Arcana roll, what the items do.
That is true. The Arcana checks determine, in part, what modifiers.
Because the higher I've rolled, the better the item's been.
So, the Identify spell is probably less useful for loot rolling and more useful for environment and magic effects on enemies and stuff like that.
Oh,
Give me the
okay.
cloak back.
Other
We can save the Identify if I botch. If I get
Okay.
below a
Right.
10, we can just have you identify it then.
Right. Okay. All right. Yes, and then Thoros, you see that there are some things in this room. There appears to be a pouch of golden coins.
Take that.
Excellent.
I'm investigating the rest of this study.
There are 49 gold pieces in that pouch, Thoros. Excellent. And then Malik, yes, you find your tea steeper. There are a number of books. Most of them are rotted away, but there is a book there that is written in the ancient Delzuin tongue.
Oh, I know that. Well, do I know that? How
You,
different
you,
is Delzuin to?
you can read it. It'd be like reading Old English, basically,
Oh,
but you can read it. Yes, and then in addition, Malik, stuffed into one of the crumbling books is what? Is an earring made of bone that may be magical.
Okay. I also read. I know Dwarven, so would I be able to read the books?
Yeah, you would. If you're fluent in Dwarvish, then you would be able to decipher the book. It appears to be a survey of mining locations within the area of the Honor Rock.
Boring, but the dwarf might like it. So
Phandalin in the desert now.
All right. Yes,
Alrighty.
that is the
I'm gonna
extent.
go back up the hall.
yeah, and then I'm gonna make my way back before we were so rudely interrupted
right.
Ah.
to the magic room so I can investigate this hoopla.
I cast Identify.
Oh,
Indeed, Garen, you learn more than Malik does. Yes, you are about to explain, Garen, that this ring appears to be on the wrong layer. That this ring appears to be a genie prison. As a massive wind swirls within the circle, and a djinn materializes before you.
I don't think I need to explain much of that.
Garen, what did you do? You casted something
wasn't
and something
me.
happened.
I just cast Identify.
I don't believe you.
It's a
it's
trap
a
genie.
genie. Does that mean we get a wish? Someone gets a
I
wish.
believe you.
I'm gonna do a history check on Jin's.
All right.
15.
Yes, you know.
Set up to.
18.
Yes, Yes, then you and Malik know about the same amount of information on djinns. You know that they are incredibly powerful elemental creatures that live in other planes of existence, and that there are many stories of djinns granting wishes and the like. However, all djinns have an innate hatred for being imprisoned. Most commonly in stories, they are imprisoned in oil lamps, although you would probably gather that's largely fiction. Djinns consider themselves nobles in general, noble creatures, as well as noblemen of the higher castes.
All right. Well, I'll relate this information to everybody. They can also be complete cocksuckers if you try to get a wish out of them.
Yes. They
What
they don't like being used by others, especially their lessers.
I let you go, Jin? Grant a wish.
The Jin tries to focus his eyes on you. I have been imprisoned here in this place for quite some time. My ability to grant wishes is much diminished. I would, however, grant you a boon if you were to free me. I desire nothing more than to leave this accursed place.
Reading him, gauging. Hey, I think he's telling the truth.
I mean,
As I bring Shatter Skull down onto the ring, trying to smash the symbols.
Go ahead and roll initiative.
That's it. As I bring it down, I say, "Deal!" I yell out, "Deal!" Smack.
Excellent.
I don't know if it works like that, Thunk. It might. I don't know, but
the ring is shattered, breaking the Jin's prison. And then he turns to you, Thunk, and he says, "What would you ask of me?"
Not think this through. Just wish to know the exact location. I'd want to. Do you know? I pull up my Paladin book and I scroll through it to where it says the mention of the Well of Tamora, but it does not give an exact location. You know,
Hey, Charlton!
Yes, the Jin will sweep his hand through the air, and new ink appears on your map, showing you the precise location.
Yes. Thank you.
And then the Jin plane shifts away, finally free.
This is not going to come back to bite us in the ass.
I
I
let him go. I did a good thing to him.
Right, but the best way to do it is to wish for him to leave and no harm to ever come to us.
Why would he ever want harm to come to us? I showed him good.
because they're weird, extra planar things. Don't think like we do, Thunk.
And he comes back with a brass band, and he starts playing music, and the voice of Robin Williams is echoing throughout the halls.
Also, he didn't look very nice.
I got what I needed.
You'll never have a friend like me.
Yes, I now know where the Well of Tamora is.
I feel like we should have asked for the Cardalin, but I mean, I wasn't expecting this to begin with.
Oh, the Cardalin.
Yeah, we need 25 pounds of the shit?
Sorry, guys.
That whole exchange was over so quickly, Wu couldn't finish his screaming when the Jin appeared. Oh.
All right.
Before we head out, I'll go look in the garden and see if there's anything in the garden.
All right.
Dead plants.
Trent!
Now, technically...
No. Oh, I don't know. We could probably take a Trent now. Couldn't then. Especially when it's lobbing tombstones at you. It's so hard that it leaves an imprint on your back.
And how many tombstone throwing treants could there possibly be in the world?
I don't want to go back to where that one was.
In these worlds, like a bunch.
they're all tombstone.
They're all
All
tombstone.
tombstone throwing. Why can't I drop your token? There we go. All right, so you're going to the garden, Malik. Actually, I think Malik is stuck in a wall here. There we go.
I thought I put myself out there. Oh.
Yeah, it's technically on a different layer.
Boom. I just want to look to see if there's anything out there.
Oops. It was a ship.
Indeed, Malik, there are things out here. And this is where we will end the session for today.
Hey, look what I stumbled into.
We need to. Do you want to identify the cloak and overalls, like Bill, or you want to do it after we end the feed?
We can do that at next session. We're all retired. But yes, everybody for today's XP gets 1,000 XP.
Well, if we're looking to just leave, I would 100% sprint, jump off the cliff, feather fall down, and run to the ship.
It's up to you. But you can make that determination for next session. But yes,
everyone else is going to the ship.
Mm-hmm.
That will probably be what's happening.
Excellent. That'll be fun. Okay. Yes, so that's that session for today. Everyone, please mark down an additional 1,000 XP. You should be like 100 or 200 points away from next level.
Woohoo!
So, woo-hoo. Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. And yeah, then
290 points.
For Woo, it's only 190, but yes. Excellent. And then we'll see everybody next week again. I don't remember the time zones because I'm in Arizona. Next Tuesday, we'll be back at what is it, 5:30 p.m. Arizona time, 6:30 p.m. Central, 7:30 Eastern.
There you go.
Yes. I'm glad I wrote that down. All right.
Wrote it down.
Wrote it down. All right. Excellent. Thank you, everyone, for joining the stream. Thanks for the donations, and we'll see you all next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.